We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Buried Styles. And how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had an amazing last week, and you're definitely gonna have an amazing this week. And yeah, so how's my life been going? I'm not gonna say my week, just say my life. Good, chilling, vibing, focusing on Brit Says, trying to give you guys the best content. That's like been my main focus lately, which is cool. I enjoy that. I don't know. Like, Like, I've been really like owning in on Brit Says lately, and yeah, so that's been my thing. Like, I'm trying to give y'all the best content. I said that starting soon I was gonna have new segments. I don't have new segments for you guys just yet, but hopefully within a month or maybe next week, I don't know. I ain't making no promises. We gonna have some new segments, but I'm always giving you good content, bitch. And yeah, what have I been up to? Just chilling. I've been having like some stomach issues, some tummy issues, or whatever. I always gotta poop like after I eat. Yes, TMI. It's giving you very much TMI. But let me tell you, at my job, they have a bidet. Well, they have a toilet with a bidet. Do you guys know what a bidet is? A bidet is basically like a toilet that cleans your booty hole. Like, for real. Like, real talk. So you press the bidet button, or they have another button that says cleansing, narrow and wide. Like, it has different ways that it could spray up. And before, like, when people used to talk about this bidet business, I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all just so fucking extra, bitch. And I just never experienced it. So of course my job has one, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. I was a little scared because I'm like, is it gonna hurt? Is this some freaky shit? It's not even freaky. It doesn't give freaky vibes at all. It's very chill, and I feel very clean afterwards. Like, it's like once you experience it, you really love it. Like, and I don't like that. Like, and it's not in a freaky way. It's really like cleansing. Like, it really cleans everything. And I heard too, in India, they don't even use toilet paper. Like, they use like, don't quote me, but quote me, because I was literally Googling it. Like, they literally use like a spray nozzle or something, they said, to that nature, of water, and then they dry themselves. I don't know how, but it's common, you know. And it's just the same as people who feel they need to use wet wipes to clean back there, you know, before bidets. And now I do use wet wipes because I don't have a bidet and I don't want to buy one. But I know that my brother and my sister-in-law, they have a thing that they put on their toilet. So you can actually buy something you put on your toilet to have bidets now. Like, you don't even have to get a whole brand new toilet or whatever. And I guess they made that for like people with apartments too, because you can't just buy a whole new freaking toilet in an apartment or you're gonna get in trouble. So you can. They spent like about $270 something, which to me is like $300. So I'm not doing that for this apartment. I just put some wet wipes in the bathroom now. I'm like, oh bitch, you really like it clean. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, have I been cleaning myself properly all these years? Like, I don't know now. Now I just feel like I just need extra cleansing back there, because I've been using this stupid bidet at work. And then I had mad baby wipes, because, you know, my situation. So I got mad baby wipes, and I was open one. I know somebody's gonna be like, why the hell did you open one of the baby wipes? Which is gonna be mad funny. You like, you opened the baby wipes? And be like, yes, I did. We need it for the bathroom. Yes, we do. So yeah, that happens. So yeah, I'm really feeling the bidet. If I was to get a house, I'm definitely getting me a smart toilet with the bidet, with the dryer, with the heated seats, and then the seats on the toilet be heated, bitch. Like, I hate experience rich type things with people with money do, because I really get it. Like, I really get it. So yeah, I've been experiencing that, or whatever the case may be, and I just love it. Hold on, guys, I just want to turn up the light. Look at me in y'all face. Ah! Yo, anyway, moving on. So I really just wanted to talk about the bidet because that's just been like the highlight of my life currently. Like one of the newest things I've been trying. Now they got me using baby wipes in the bathroom. But I think you got, well, don't go buying nothing to try nothing out. But I do recommend it. It's not no freaky shit. Like usually when I used to hear people say they like bidets, I used to think they was on some freaky shit. Like you want some other shit right now, my nigga. Like you don't need to be spraying water up your ass. Like you want some other shit. But once you try it, it's over. Like your life is going to change. You hear me? So that's the story of my life or whatever. Definitely will get a bidet for my house. Oh yeah, I was talking about the heated seats. So a lot of these bidet toilets, these toilets that have these cleansing methods and stuff like that, come with heated seats. And that was enough for me. So first of all, when I had got to my job and used the bathroom, I noticed that the toilet, it was opening up by itself. So I'm like, oh, okay, fancy. It flushed by itself. I'm like, oh, okay. It did look a little bulky, but I know the first thing I noticed when I sat on it, it was warm. And that was enough for me. I didn't need the bidet. I later on found out there was a bidet on the toilet because the girl at the job told me. She was like, that toilet is called the DXV toilet. That's the brand. She's like, it has a bidet and it has a dryer. So that's another thing. A lot of people don't like the bidet because they feel like it's gonna make them feel wet after. But these toilets come with dryers for you to dry the wetness or whatever. I still clean after, personally. But whatever. Not us having a bidet moment. Not us having a self-cleansing moment, bitch. But anyway, I love the heated seat. So I didn't even know the toilet had a bidet. All I gave a fuck about was the heated seat. And I was just like, I want a heated seat toilet. Like the heated seat. And they was telling me yes, in the wintertime it hit different. And I was like, I could imagine because it's summertime and this shit already hit. You feel me? So yes, we could talk luxury. We could talk, it's funny we're talking luxury because today we're going to be talking about style and fashion, which is funny. Let's talk about a transition. But yeah, that was my current obsession of the week, our bidets. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the importance of fashion and style. And I was like, I'm surprised I never really come here and talk about fashion and style, considering, if you guys may or may not know, I went to Buff State College and I got a degree, a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising. I've always loved fashion, like since I was young. I hate when people say that, but it's dead ass mad true. Like my grandmother, one time, like I used to always like want to sew stuff, and then one time my grandmother, she taught me how to sew. And then from there, it was a wrap. Like I started sewing like pillowcases. I was cutting up fucking sheets in the house, trying to make shit, like, and sewing it. And hand sewing takes so long, but I was dead ass doing that. And then in my elementary school, PS40, they had this program. It was called the I forgot. It was an after school program. You basically do like activities afterwards. And I did fashion with this girl. And she like briefly like taught me more sewing techniques. And I remember I got to like sew a dress. It was like mad tacky, bitch. I think we had to like bring fabric from my house or something too, like an old sheet or something. And I brought this like gray plaid sheet that my mother said I could bring. And we made a fucking, never forget. It was like a slanted dress, one shoulder. So no shoulder right here. It was slanted. It had the shoulder, and then it was a dress, and then the hem was like a slant. It was like slanted. Like I feel like I'm describing it wrong. I'm not describing it wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't straight. Like, so you know how a dress is, the bottom is usually straight. Mine was slanted, and it was intentional. So it was like a type of like a half a V type of ending. And so it was plaid and gray, right? And then, bitch, we put sequins on the edges of the trim, bitch. So it had sequins right here. I wish I still had it, or a picture of me in it. And then we put sequins at the bottom. And I thought that dress was everything. And I was just like addicted to sewing. And I just love fashion. And I was always like that. Like I remember in high school I did fashion as well, of course. I picked up a lot of other topics in fashion. I went to this art school. We went to Urban Assembly School for Music and Art, and they also had an after school program, and you could do math stuff. You could change, I think you could change your what you call it, like your subject. I don't want to call it major because it wasn't called a major, but like your subject of interest every like the only way I can describe it is semester. I don't think it was every year. Like it was like every 6 months. Like I think every semester. So I did a lot of different things though because I was in art school and I just loved the arts period. So I did music production my first year because they didn't offer fashion yet. Then I did do design. Then I did dance, hip hop dance, of course, bitch. Then I did graphic design, I think 2 years back to back, and we designed some clothes like everybody do. We had to make we made our own bag. We made like clothes from like recycle stuff. So I did graphic design for like 2 years. I did something. I was in this FIT program. It was called something Saturdays. So I was very, very into fashion. Like it's not something that's fake for me. I still love fashion to this day. It's just a dying industry. It's a shaky industry. I could talk about fashion all day. What else I did? After I came out of college, and did I do anything when I was in college for fashion. So I learned how to make patterns, all that stuff. I could still, I did fashion shows in college. I have pictures of some of the stuff. Don't even though I'm gonna say it, if you streaming, you could go check it out on YouTube. I might put a picture above of like one of the stuff I designed because I have it like hung up in the house or whatever, or I might find it on Facebook. But I used to do the fashion shows like every year at FSA, but I never made a lot because it was just me. But some people used to make mad outfits and shit. Like shout out to y'all. Oh, then I actually really learned how to use a sewing machine in college too, like my first year. Like my father briefly taught me how to use a sewing machine, but I crafted it more because they made us take like the sewing techniques class. Shout outs to that class. That shit was dope. And I did a lot of fashion. After I came out of college, I even interned at this fashion PR company. I was able to go to Fashion Week and do the backgrounds. Like I still have the like tags from Fashion Week, like the little Mercedes-Benz tag back when Mercedes-Benz was running Fashion Week. Like I really about that fashion life, mamas, or whatever. Then when I had my website Chris King's Fashion, I was able to go to fashion shows without a fucking internship, which was really cool. I really like those were like some of my best moments or whatever. Yeah, I fuck with fashion. I don't make it my main focus. Like I just like to be fashionable. I look at fashion on social media. I pay attention to street fashion. I might watch fashion shows. I think like maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago I told you how we was watching, when I went to my brother's house, we was watching the style, what's it called, the hype, and watching the cut. I used to love Project Runway. The reason why I'm not like in fashion, like I think if I was to ever get like money though and like get some notoriety, I probably would start like maybe a little fashion brand or something. Like maybe do, of course I'm pretty sure I would do something fashion related. Like if you put some money in my hand, I'm probably gonna open some businesses, bitch, and one of them gonna have to be fashion related. It's hard to run a fashion brand though. Like it's really hard. Shout out to people who do it. The fashion industry has a lot of faults. Racism, disrespect, and that kind of like turned me off from the industry itself, but it never made me not like fashion. And also I was more in fashion like on the retail side when I came out of college, and that really fucked me up. So you know what I'm saying? Like I hate when people are like, why you don't apply to Versace, why you don't apply to Burberry? And I'm like, bitch, they racist as fuck. Like, I just be wishing people understood the fashion industry. But that's my little nutshell. So when I talk about fashion today, I can really speak to fashion. I can really speak to style. Like, I remember the other day, too. My husband was like, he said something to me. Because we used to be bothering each other. He said, who told you you know fashion? Like, because I be like, babe, you cannot wear that with that. And I was like, actually, I went to school for that. I have a degree in fashion, so I can really talk fashion. So it was mad funny. Like, for once, I could speak to my degree. For fucking once, bitch. I was like, I actually went to school. And I learned about fashion forecasting and fucking design and shit, and how to fucking determine styles and colors and patterns, bitch. Okay? I just say call him a bitch because I don't want to think there's like verbal abuse going on. Anyway, like I even got it tatted on me too. This tattoo is so faded and I don't even want to get it darkened. But hopefully you could kind of see. This one says, wait, which one is this? This one says fashion. Can you tell? Oh. Wait, let me look so I can see. I would have to put it like this. This is so annoying. How do you like, I can't really show y'all on camera, but if you see, it says fashion. I would have to show y'all like this. Like, I would have to put my hand like this. And for some reason, I can't do it. And then this one says innovator. This one is really faded. I wish I could show y'all. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. But I can't show y'all like this. So, yeah, I'm really about that life. But I thought it was important to talk about it because I think that fashion and style is so important and so underrated. And no, I don't think it's underrated per se, but unfortunately we do live in a society where people judge you on looks, right? And obviously physical, like your beauty standards, but I think too, if you not, maybe, I think everybody is gorgeous, but let's say you're not the cutest person or whatever. If you got style, if you got that mixed with a good personality, bitch, you that girl. You that guy. Like, I really believe that. I think style speaks to who you are as a person. And I understand that some people don't believe that because they feel like they don't have a sense of fashion and sense of style. And even that, you not having a sense of fashion and sense of style, some people try to predetermine the type of person you are from just that. Like, they'll be like, oh, she don't or he don't give a fuck about, I don't want to say the way they look. Just because you don't have style doesn't mean you don't care about the way you look. Or does it? See, so many questions, so little answers. It does say a lot about you, like maybe like you don't give a fuck about trends, you do what you want to do, you don't pay attention, like, because I think it's weird too sometimes, but that's because I fuck with fashion. Like, I'm problematic. I do think it's weird too sometimes when people can't dress, because I feel like fashion is constantly thrown in our faces, but I don't know if that's because I'm in one of the fashion capitals. But I feel like even on social media, even on television, YouTube, fashion is consistently thrown in our faces. Like, it's just like, you can't get away from it. Like, let's say you like watching game shows. The game show host is swaggy. And, like, fashion is consistently thrown at us. And it's just like, you know, but some people don't give a fuck. And actually sometimes too, fashion is so subjective. Style is subjective, right? So you could, that is one of the top things that's very subjective. So sometimes, you know, I could look at somebody on TV and be like, that bitch is on trend. And somebody could look at it, and this happens a lot with me because I'm very, I'm critical of fashion, but I'm also fair. So I could look at something and be like, I really like that outfit. And then I'll notice a person before I even get to say my opinion on outfit, they'll be like, that shit mad ugly. But I really think that shit fly as fuck, and I'll be dead ass. I really think they look amazing. Like, and I'll be so dead ass. Like, and I'll be shocked that they thought it was ugly. And that's what really taught me that style is so subjective, because it'll be a lot of things that I think is dope, and people be like, Brittany, that dress mad ugly. And I'm like, really? I even be questioning, like, do people be thinking I dress bad? Probably do. But I think I'm fucking fly. I don't think I'm 100% fly. Like, if I was a little skinnier, bitch, forget about it. Don't let me get skinny, bitch. Don't let me get skinny, bitch. Okay? Because, what? God knew. He knew what the fuck he was doing with my fucking ass being greedy. Because I'd be done broke. If I could fit anything I like, girl, guy. But anyway, so I think that fashion and style is so subjective, but it's important. I think People look at you. That's the first thing they see. It's just like for a job interview, people expect you to dress professional because they're looking at you and they're like, okay, blah blah blah. Even though to an extent I am very big on like trying not to judge people, like especially like a job. Like if I have the experience, if I have the resume and you don't like the color of my shirt, like I hate when people be like, oh, wear muted colors, don't wear ankle pants. Like I like in the summertime I like to wear like ankle like work pants. Y'all know like the cute little ankle ones with like shoes. I wear them on interviews. I've gotten jobs. Or don't wear pants too tight. Like who the fuck is wearing fucking straight leg bell bottom work pants? Like bell bottom work pants is top 5, one of the top fucking 5 pants that work my nerves. And I'm not talking about the big like the big bell bottom ones. Like not like the fly ones that Michelle Obama wore to the inauguration, bitch. Those shits is fly. I'm talking about the ones, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like no, like you're not gonna tell me to wear that shit to no interview, boy. I'm not wearing that shit, boy. Like people like, I remember I was like, oh, those pants is too tight for an interview. I'm just like, girl. And I had got that job. That was when I got the fucking job at Lane Bryant as the assistant manager. Like, it's too much like I hate political fashion, right? Like for instance, and some people it's just an age thing, it's a demographic thing. Like for instance, my grandmother, I'll never forget. My grandmother on my father's side. Shout out to Grandma Lingo. I gotta call her because she beefing with me right now because I don't call her. But I love you. But basically, I remember she said, I like Michelle Obama, but I don't like the way she dressed. I think she dressed very inappropriate. And for us, my generation, when we look at Michelle Obama, and she's like, when we look at Michelle Obama dresses very appropriate. Like, she dresses like a goddamn first lady. Like her skirts never like up to her thigh. Like, she don't be wearing like, you know, some tight ass dress with Fashion Nova, bitch. Like, she dresses like she works in politics to us. But like for instance, I think we was watching something and she had on something like kind of colorful. I don't remember. And my grandmother hated the outfit and I thought the outfit was so fire. Like some of the stuff she feels like it's inappropriate. It's not that she thinks it's ugly, she thinks it's just inappropriate. So sometimes fashion is like I said, it's so subjective, and that's why you could take it seriously but not so seriously. Like if I took everything I wore so seriously, it would be so much shit I wouldn't wear. Like I'm the type of person when it comes to clothes, and I think that people should be like that. Wear what the fuck you want to wear. Like, because also that's gonna help you take way less time to get ready. Don't overthink what people think about you. Like, I even seen like TikToks and memes about like people being like, how y'all feel about that? Like, when you so fly, you so fashionable, or you so extra, somebody's write you and be like, oh, it's my birthday, can you tone it down? Can you tone it down? Like, what is, some people really don't know what toning it down is, bitch. If you tell me to tone it down, I'm gonna come in there, bitch, with a fucking nun outfit on or some shit. Like, now, like, nobody has ever done that to me, but that would make me just stay home, because I wouldn't really know what to do. I wouldn't. What is toning down? I would have to, if I tone down, I think I have to come in there with sweats on or some shit like that. Like, sweats and a hoodie. Like, maybe sweats and a crop top. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, but they say some girls do shit like that. I've never heard that. Can't tell me to tone it down, bitch, because I don't even know what the fuck that means. I know how to tone it down, but not in terms of going out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know how to be calm. But if you're telling me to go out to a club or something, or like a fancy ass dinner, you're saying like tone it down. I don't know what that means. Not me sipping the water, bitch. But yeah, fashion could get crazy, bitch. It can get crazy. But, you know, style is so important. I think a lot of us don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about some of the top people I think in fashion that... And I'm not talking about like fashion. Like obviously Anna Wintour is important. Who else is important? Donatella Versace. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about maybe celebrities, you know. I want to say, and this might be debatable, but I would say one of the top people in fashion, especially, no, even till today, I would say Kim Kardashian. Yes, she is. Like, I remember at one time, like, literally, whatever Kim Kardashian wore was what people wore. Like, whatever she wore, it was on Fashion Nova immediately. It was in Forever 21 immediately. Like, her style, her aesthetic, her hairstyle, her face. Her face is like, isn't she like one of the top people that people bring to like their surgeons and say, I want to look like this? Like, she is a high representation in fashion to me. Do I like some of her looks lately? Not always, but like I feel like she, and this could be debatable, I feel like she made like wearing sweats with the booty heels hot. Yes, she did. She made them, her and Kanye as a collective made that like nude, gray, olive color hot. Like they made that shit hot. Like people follow after Kim. I don't give a fuck when nobody say like, we may think she's problematic and she can be, but when it comes to fashion, she is someone, I don't know so much now, I'm not sure, but she definitely was someone that was very much relevant in fashion. Fast fashion especially. Like she's somebody I feel like people pay attention to when it comes to like everyday trends. I would say it would be definitely Kim Kardashian. She's very much a it girl, or whatever the case may be when it comes to fashion and style. And I'm saying it truthfully, you know, and looks and beauty standards. Unfortunately, not unfortunately like she's ugly, but I'm just saying unfortunately because not everybody could look like Kim Kardashian. Like, what is she, Armenian? Like the fuck? And we're in America and our standards of beauty is like a Kim Kardashian. Like, come on now. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy out here. It's scary out here. You feel me? But anyway, it's getting dark later. Like, winter is up on us. Well, fall, whatever. Fucking daylight savings time is up on us. Like, what the hell? Good thing I have my ring light in here. But yeah, I forgot to bring that up. But I'll bring that up next week. Anyway, moving on. You know, before most topics, what do we like to do? Expand our mind. Expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. So I found an article on psychologytoday.com and I wanted to pick something that was more psychologically based because I know that since I do love fashion, my opinion can be biased, and I didn't want my opinion to be too biased on fashion and style, because obviously for some people they may not find fashion and style important. I find it to be important. So I mean, you know, I wanted to talk about it on a more psychological way, more, I guess, I don't like the term scientifically stated or proven, whatever. So an article on Psychology Today titled "The Value of Style. Fashions come and go, but having style is forever." Written by PT staff. That's what it says. So we live in a culture that constantly bombards us with inducements to buy, to accumulate stuff. But when it comes to clothes, no matter how full our closets are, we can often be heard to wail, "I have nothing to wear." That's because we often confuse fashion with style. Style is the ability to distinctively sort through the maze of things, make a selection, and do so in a way that is in keeping with how we see ourselves. With style, we stamp our personal identity on an arrangement of things in our closets, a way seen full of possibilities. It just depends on what aspect of our identity we want to make palatable in clothes that day. Style is important, often undervalued because it is so widely misunderstood. Style is what we really want when we say we want to be fashionable. Yes, style delights because it is always refreshed. It's a little ode to creativity and novelty. It gives a hint of personality, always a little excursion into self-expression. It is a reflection of your unique complexity as a human being. More than anything, style is more than mere clothes. For one thing, it takes less in the way of clothes to express style than you might think. Style is a little excursion into self-expression. Through clothes, it is self-knowledge and self-confidence expressed through what you choose to wear. A life-affirming expression of your character and spirit. So, I agree. So, this is all agreeable. Like, I don't know if you guys ever heard somebody say, fashion and style is different. Fashion and style is different. You can buy fashion. Fashion is, to this day, subjective too, right? So people would say fashion is Gucci, Prada, Fendi, not Fashion Nova, not Pretty Little Thing, you know. But you can find anything in fast fashion, right? But style, everybody don't have style. People could go and buy Prada and Fendi and Gucci and throw all that shit together and look a hot ass fucking mess, bitch. A hot ass mess. Style is when you put something together so cohesively and so dope that people are like, wow, I love your outfit. Wow, like, who is this person? Like, I can never wear that, but that girl, that guy is killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what style is. Like, style is, you ever seen somebody wear something like me? I could see somebody wear something that I know I probably wouldn't wear, but say, I love the outfit. Like, that right there is it. That's style. And style does speak to your personality. It's just like people who are really super spiritual and very holistic. You notice they like to wear flowy skirts and they like to wear the little drapey tops. And they like to wear a lot of bracelets and little kitschy rings and stuff, right? That speaks to somebody, and when you see them, automatically you're like, oh, they must be holistic and they got mad fucking plants in their house and shit, right? Then you see a girl who loves wearing fitted dresses and nudes and big shades and long nails and stiletto heels, and you're like, okay, she likes to party. She likes niggas with money. Like, you make an assumption based off of somebody's style. She's into trends, but she wants that rich girl. Like she does not the rich girl party lifestyle, right? Then you might look at somebody who likes to wear button-ups and straight leg pants. You never see them in jeans. You see them in flats. You might catch them in some Skippies, bitch. You know, like, oh, she's probably very reserved. Might be a mother. Bitch just might be a good holy Christian woman that likes to keep herself covered. You know, you see people with funky colored hair. You're like, oh, you automatically assume they a wild one, but I don't think that's necessarily true. You see punk rock fashion, you know, they probably like rock music. They like going to fucking festivals, bitch. Like, it's certain style speaks to your personality. It speaks to who you are, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like there is a psychology to it. And like I said, I feel like people do undervalue fashion. I don't like to undervalue fashion. I think that some people who just don't like, I do get frustrated. That's why I don't like talking about fashion with people too much, because sometimes I really, like, it's like I really like some things that people wear, and a lot of people don't like the things that I like. Like, in general, like, I like the most outlandish things, and people be like, Brittany, you fucking ODing, like, da-da-da-da, like, oh my god, like, that outfit look fucking insane, or whatever. And I'm just like, I like it, and I be dead ass. Sometimes I don't like what people are wearing. Like, lately, oh my gosh, fashion lately, I think it's just everything. Like, I don't know if it's with age. I just don't like the music no more. I don't know what the fucking celebrities are doing these days. And the fashion, bitch. Like, what? Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. Like, I remember when I used to be on the shade room, they used to be like, something the streets, like the streets is hot, like who's basically running the fashion streets. And I used to hate all the outfits. Like it wasn't at least one outfit I fucking like. I follow Fashion Bomb daily and they post some nice outfit. I'm like, oh, that shit fire. But lately they be posting like, oh, what did they wear? It'll be a Balenciaga shirt. The shirt say fucking Balenciaga on it. How you don't fucking know it's Balenciaga? Like, fashion is just not at its peak right now. Like, it's not serving the girls. Like, we need Rihanna back or something. Like, I don't know. Like, some fashion I like for instance, the Migos dress very gaudy to me, but I like their style. I do. I like if you look at them, they have a sense of fashion and style to them. Who else do I enjoy fashion wise? I like Rihanna. Who doesn't? It's not that much people. I like fashion, like the shit you see on Fashion Week and shit. Sometimes people put nice stuff together. Like I like watching red carpet. Even the red carpet be trash lately. You think it's because we went virtual or something? I'm very hard on, you know, clothes. I know you're like, well, bitch, I don't see you coming up here serving the girls. Last year I came up here serving the girls. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. Fashion just don't be giving what it's supposed to give. But anyway, like I said, I think that we should all, I think a lot of us should really all like pay attention to what we wear. I know a lot of us don't want to. You feel like it's very, what's the word I'm trying to think of? What's that word? Like materialistic. But then y'all be materialistic about mad other shit. Like maybe you be obsessed with lotions. Like don't get mad at somebody who give a fuck about how they look. Like I hate when people like, oh, you wear makeup all day. Oh, you care about how you look. Like you want to be up on the trends. Like bitch, no, I want to look good. It doesn't mean you, just because you like fashion or having a sense of style, it doesn't mean you want to be hip to trends. And it just means you might like fashion, and there's nothing wrong with being yourself and expressing yourself through fashion, like, and style. Like it doesn't mean much. Like I just don't like when people do that. Like they try to make it seem like it's a materialistic thing, and you're the type of person who, like, if you like fashion and style, you're like small-minded. And like some people try to label people like that, like, oh, they care about how people look. They saying people outfit is ugly, they're mad small-minded. All they care about is material things and stuff like that. And that's definitely not the case though. Like I feel like it's just fashion. Like fashion is debatable. Some people say music rules the world, money rules the world, fashion rules the world. I think, you know, even in a time where fashion is at an all-time low, well, retail fashion, people gonna always need clothes, bitch. People gonna always care about how they look. Like, looks is so important. Like, this is why people is going out in plastic surgery. People's going out fixing their face. People's going out shooting their butt. People be spending money they don't have trying to wear designer shit. Like, fashion, looks, and style will always be relevant. No matter how you flip it, fry it, or diet, it will always be important. It will always be relevant. And that's why I sometimes feel like, looks kind of rule the world. And like not so much fashion. Like I feel like, okay, once you get your body done and your face done, you gonna want to align with the shit. So now you want to get the nice clothes. You want to wear the fitted clothes. Like a lot of, even too, like weight and stuff like that, right? A lot of times people want to get smaller so they can fit the clothes they want, so they can wear two-piece bathing suits, so they can wear sexy things. Like it's some people out there that definitely want to lose weight for just health reasons, but there's a big market of people who definitely want to lose weight just so that they could be fly. Like, let's be fucking honest. Like, you just want to look nice. You want to be able to wear certain things. Like, no matter what, clothes are always gonna sell. It may not sell in the stores, but it's gonna sell online. And you're gonna always need clothes because number one, you can't walk around naked. I mean, if you want, you can get in trouble for walking around naked though. I think you can wear your chest out, but that's neither here nor there. But I think people should put a little more emphasis on like style. Like when I think of style, I don't know. Like I understand that as people, but this is my thing. Like for people who don't give a fuck about fashion, who don't give a fuck about style, can you actually really not give a fuck about fashion and style? Yeah, you can. Because there's some people who literally just wake up and put anything the fuck on and they don't give a fuck. But are these people successful? And I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, rich people, they wear a black shirt and jeans every day. A black shirt and jeans is not a bad outfit. Like that's not a bad look. Like I'm talking about people who be dead. You know them shirts you get for free that be saying fucking Colorado on it and shit. Them motherfuckers that be putting on a shirt that say Colorado with a fucking flannel and sweats and beat up dirty sneakers. You don't never see no rich person with no fucking beat up dirty sneakers and a shirt that say Colorado and they be looking fucking homeless. They will put on something simplistic, but they still look groomed. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, for me, people I see that really just throw anything on in such a way where they'll wear a shirt that stains or a shirt that says Colorado. I don't know why I keep talking about Colorado, or sweats, usually speaks to that person's lifestyle. It does, but not all the time does fashion speak to somebody's lifestyle, right? Because we could talk about that too, where there are people, you know, especially here in New York or like California, people I don't want so bad about people, but you know, people be wearing Fendi and they be able to wear Gucci and Prada and they got all this designer, they got the flyest clothes, but their living situation is not good. Not good. You know, they on fucking Snap. I've been on Snap, so I can talk about it. I can talk about people. They on fucking Snap. They on unemployment. They bitch, they don't have nothing together, bitch. But fly than a motherfucker. So yes, there are definitely two spectrums. There's people who look bummy as fuck and they just bummy. And they stay right in their motherfucking tax bracket, bitch. And then there's people, I don't know how the fuck they do it. Obviously, there's a scammer market, but there's people who put a little too much emphasis on fashion and style. They live so bad that they feel like their clothes make them feel rich and stuff like that. So yes, there's definitely two ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? You know, style also can correlate with your mood and your feelings. You know, if you feeling down and depressed, some people who get really down and depressed, they even have poor hygiene. They stop bathing. They stop doing their hair. They just don't do the laundry. They don't give a fuck no more. So yes, and it goes back to style, right? Like, I'm so depressed, I don't give a fuck about what I put on. You know what I'm saying? Or you feel so good. Some days I feel good. I think I spoke about this too. Like, sometimes I might go to the supermarket and look cute, and it's just a fucking supermarket. I'll be like, yo, I'm in a mood, like, to just look decent. I'm not talking about, like, I get dolled up and put on makeup and shit. I'm just talking about, like, I put thought into my outfit. Like, I'll be like, I'm gonna go to the supermarket and I'm still put on something cute but chill or whatever, because I'm going outside today. This is the only time I'm going outside today, so I just want to look cute. And that's a mood thing. It's like, I feel good today and I want to look as good as I feel. So it definitely could be correlated with your mood and your feelings as well, which is really dope. And that's why I think, like I said, style is so important. Style speaks so much. Like, even for instance, like a Tiana Taylor, right? One minute she dressing girly, one minute she dressed tomboy, and she dressed tomboy. Like, some girls be like, I can do tomboy shit just because they wear sneakers. Like, to me, wearing sneakers does not mean you're a tomboy. Tiana Taylor really be looking like a tomboy. And it's something that kind of, in some way, defines her. Like, for me, when I think of Tiana Taylor, I think of that tomboyish style more than I think of her, like, sexy style. Obviously, her body as well, when she had the big curly hair. Or like SZA, that big curly hair kind of defines her, and her style is so unique or whatever. Certain stuff defines people. Like, even some of, like, my friends and family, I could go, if they told me, like, pick out some stuff that you know I would like, I would be able to pick it out. And because certain stuff, like, your style dead ass defines you a little bit. Like, dead ass. I swear, like, it really speaks to your personality and who you are, which is dope. So, you know, before you go shopping, before you go out today, look at your closet and say, what does my style say about me? Or if you don't care about fashion, say, why do I not care about fashion and style? I don't know, you know, and that's not in a bad thing, a bad way. It's just interesting to know, you know, and think about why you don't care about it and things like that. What my style says about me, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know. As somebody who loves fashion and style, I just think that I just do me. I do like certain trends. I like patterns. I like colors. I like unique things, but I like it to make sense. So I think that's something to like really think about, you know. Sometimes too, like when I would go on job interviews, sometimes I wouldn't want to wear certain stuff because I'm like, oh, this is too much. Not too much as it's like revealing. Like it might be the print or the color, and I'm like, look, I'm wearing this because if they don't accept me for who I am, then I don't want the job. You know what I'm saying? And I probably was overthinking anyway, because when I go on interviews, I be overanalyzing every fucking thing. I probably look decent, but you know, I do feel like, I don't feel like I just overly unique, but yeah, sometimes I have little unique pieces. That's what I would say. So I don't know what my style says about me. I don't know. That's interesting. But I'm actually ready to figure out what they think their style says about them. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we talk about fashion and style today. And I hope you guys, you know, maybe you want to start caring about your fashion and style. It's never too late to love fashion. Like, I love an older, fashionable person too. Like, I live for fashion and style. And, you know, I don't want you to go break the bank. You could grab pieces in your closet and make the dopest outfit ever. Like, I do that all the time. I interchange all my clothes. Like, I barely like fucking shopping. But I hope you guys enjoyed that episode just as much as I did. I hope you guys, you know, say, you know what, today I want to be a fashionista. And, you know, you probably start questioning like, you know what, Brit Says was right. Well, Brittany, because I hate when people play around and call me Brit Says, which, because I just think it's mad weird. So I'm just tired. I call myself Brit Says. Brit said that fashion kind of does define your mood and who you are. So, you know, today I'm feeling good. I'm gonna dress how I feel, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, I just hope you take everything I said into consideration. And yes, I will. Oh, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button, bitch. Make sure you leave a comment. Also, if you're streaming, make sure you leave a review, 5 stars. Make sure you follow me on Instagram _Baritstagram. And yeah, and make sure you tell somebody. My little friend, you think they're not fashionable, bitch, send them this video. You got a friend you think is fashionable, bitch, send them this video. Auntie, uncle, cousin, send them, share it, spread the love. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.